The North American Fishing Club recently offered 8 lucky anglers a free trip to fish in Minnesota. The only catch was, it was in the middle of January, and the NAFC Ice Fishing Challenge was born.
Hey, I'm here at the famous Nodak Lodge for the 2014 North American Fisherman Ice Fishing Challenge with legendary ice guide Brian Brosdahl. Now we've got our 8 guys here. We're going to do a group of 4 and 4. What are the rules going to be, Brian?
Well, from what they were talking about, we're thinking about biggest pike, most perch over 9, and biggest walleye. So we'll see what happens out of that, and we can decide the rest tonight. Make it easy. Let's have it be fun for the people here.
All right, we're going to start picking teams here. So we've got a few anglers that have never ice fished before and a few that have. So I'm going to start off by picking who has never ice fished before. All right, I'll take one of you two guys. Come on behind me right here. Come on back here if you haven't ice fished before.
All right, you come on up.
Joanne. All right, I'm going to take him right over there.
All right. Come on over.
I'm going to take the pike master right here.
And then you.
And then I'll take Jerry.
And then come on up.
All right, guys, let's go have some fun.
Morning, name's George Vane from Haataja, Michigan. I'm excited being here. Never fished here in Minnesota. Hopefully the fish will bite good today.
Yeah, my name's Mike Vane. I'm from Haataja, Michigan, and my dad won the trip and brought me on it. Really looking forward to go fishing, hoping catch some pike.
I'm Rick Bell. I'm from Blaine, Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis. Looking forward to catching a whole ton of jumbo perch.
I'm Anthony Kubis from Stanton, Nebraska. I'm looking forward to catching the most fish, being a rookie and all.
I'm Joanne Kubis from Stanton, Nebraska, and we went on this trip, so hope to catch some fish.
George Dotson from Belton, Texas. Never been ice fishing before. I've been looking forward to this experience for a couple of months now, and it's cold out there.
I'm Stephen Barney. I'm from Texas, so this is all brand new to me. I've caught many, many different fish. None of these. These are all new to me, at least in this area of the United States.
I'm Jerry Albrecht from Centerville, Minnesota, and I'm looking to whip their butts.
When you hold a fishing event in northern Minnesota in the dead of winter, one must prepare for bitter cold. That's why this prize package began with Freyville ice suits and insulated ice houses. The weather didn't disappoint.
This is about as cold of ice conditions that I've ever fished in. We're gonna give it a shot.
It's actually a nice day out here. Got the holes drilled. The houses are set, the heaters are going. I've got a rod case for each house. Some people like spinning reels, some like the no-spin fly reels. Just a kit with a little bit of everything. Drop shot on a dead stick, but at any given time they could use whatever they want, and I want options for everybody. I chose 3 houses for my 4 people, reason being, we got a couple here, they could fish together, and then we got 2 guys that can fish independently, and I'm right in the middle. In each house, insulated house, they're quick flip style, so they just flip up and down. That seat goes side to side and all the way back. They call it the Pro. So beginner or not, they're gonna fish like a pro today.
We're gonna drop the hummingbird down there, see if we're marking any fish. It's about 10, 11 feet of water. Cool thing about these Freyville hubs, they're pretty light, and all you gotta do is start popping them like this. Get it set up. Now you can just start popping them all open. The other one. All right, so we're just gonna be using some little jigs today for some of these perch. Now I haven't fished up here a bunch before, but in Wisconsin, these little Euro larvae and spikes and stuff loaded up on a jig like this just drop down to the bottom. Then we're just gonna kind of shake it a bunch right off the bottom and hit bottom. Hopefully see if that works for the perch. All right. There's bottom right there. You got that slack. So we're just gonna go right off the bottom and just have you kind of jig this tip just like this. Okay. Living the dream. What do you think about that? I've already lived it. Well, right now we got everybody set up. We just got out here. We've been fishing for about a half an hour. Conditions are kind of tough now. It's minus 30 degrees, so this is some of the coldest weather I've ever ice fished in. And I think this big cold front's kind of got these fish on lockdown right now. Bro's over here, I'm set up right here. If we don't catch anything, I just talked to Bro, we're gonna move. We're gonna keep moving until we can find some fish.
It ain't Texas, Frodo, that's for sure.
A lot of times I'm watching, we'll drop on down and bring it on up, work it back on down. They're there. Yeah, I'm marking fish right now all over the place.
My feet are a little cool, you know, standing on the snow, but everything else is just fine. I'm enjoying myself. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been below zero in my life. This is a hoot.
I would recommend fishing in this weather. I think it's about 50 below.
Boy, we got to get some action here. Ooh.
Missed up. Pull it up.
There you go. You're on the board.
The action is finally heating up, but can they fill their buckets? Find out when the NAFC Ice Fishing Challenge continues. North American Fisherman is brought to you by Peak Antifreeze, right for your car and your wallet. Peak, run true. By Trilene, anglers trust Berkeley Trilene. By Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. And by Abu Garcia, for life. Welcome back to North American Fisherman's Ice Fishing Challenge from northern Minnesota, where the winds have picked up and the snow has begun.
Well, we've got whiteout conditions right now, minus 50 with the wind chills. You can barely see the houses back here. It is so cold right now. For all you people sitting at home thinking that I've never ice fished, yeah, you're right. It's better to be inside in the winter when it's nice and cold. But you know what? When you live up here in Minnesota and Wisconsin, you got no other option. So we're just gonna keep plugging away.
When I'm out guiding, I'm not worried about being in a house or being inside, not even sitting in the car. I just use the car as a wind block so I could be outside where I could hear if people need things. I think I'm gonna move one house over here just to cover some water. Then they're not competing for the same fish. All right. That's what we're after right there. So it's game on.
This weather, I mean, it's been cold in Michigan. About past 2 weeks it was, you know, pushing negative 30. So, I mean, it's nothing new.
Well, when the bite gets tough, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. See, I brought some snacks for my team here. I got a nice piece of smoked salmon that I smoked up for my guys. I'm gonna bring them a little treat and hopefully that changes the luck. Hey guys, since we're not catching a bunch, I figured I'd change the luck. So I got some smoked fish here for you.
That sounds great.
I'm gonna open this up. I smoked this myself. I caught it myself, filleted it. Why don't you grab yourself a nice little chunk of that right down there.
Oh man, that looks good.
Tell me what you think of that. That's a good old Lake Michigan smoked salmon.
Oh yeah, salmon. And after my own heart, I love salmon.
There you go, huh? See, now if you were on Bro's team, you wouldn't have got that. Huh? How do you like that?
That's good.
Huh?
That's good.
We gotta go feed the other team members. If we can't catch them, we gotta feed them. Oh my goodness, it's really cold, but I got some smoked fish for you guys.
Now, did you smoke this yourself?
I did.
You put a brown sugar on it, huh?
Yeah, you like that or no?
But the pet, yeah, it's still good. But it's getting close to having too much.
Okay. Now, are you sure you're not losing your taste buds? How's it going?
It's going good.
Steve, right?
Yes.
Steve, I've got some smoked fish here for you if you want to grab a chunk that I smoked up myself.
I surely will. Thank you very much, sir.
They're having fun. Fishing's not hot when you get a heavy cold front, but they're getting action.
All right, we got one on, finally a perch. There we go. Not a bad one.
And we had a couple of chances at some walleyes, and Always perch coming through, but you have to kind of sort through them.
Oh, here's one right here. Right here. Oh, I missed it. Ah! I mean, I've never fished where you actually watch the fish come up and hit the bait. This is outstanding. Got him. No, I missed him again. Oh. It's such frustration, but it's so much fun. There's one. There's one. That's the normal size, by the way.
Well, we had some pretty tough conditions for everybody here today. Just cold enough where it's hard to run outside lines or go hole hopping, but if the weather's different tomorrow, you're going to see a totally different move.
While the action wasn't hot and heavy, the buckets began to add up. See what day 2 brings.
Here you go, buddy. Yeah, all right.
When North American Fisherman's Ice Challenge returns. Welcome to day 2 of the NAFC Ice Challenge. If our anglers hoped for better weather, it didn't arrive.
The conditions outside are what I would imagine it would be in the Arctic Circle, 20 to 40 mile-an-hour winds and sub-zero temperatures. So we're in Nodax rental houses and there's fish under here. So it's comfortable, it's kind of neat. We're looking forward to enjoying comfort. This is camaraderie. This is what ice fishing is about. I'm still going to go looking around because while they're in a heated house, too warm for me. I was born in January. I love this stuff.
Well, it's day 2. We thought the weather was going to get better. It's actually gotten worse. Minus 40 wind and weather advisory. We got Bro's team over there right now. They're setting up in the permanent shelters. It's so windy and crazy out here right now. We had to, for safety reasons, get our team set up in this shelter. So we're going to see if we can catch them in the big permanent houses today.
Here's some hole scoopers. You want to start cleaning out a couple holes.
Yep.
And get your flashers down. We got two with DVR and 2 without.
Each team gets one of each?
Yep. Yeah, you get one hooked up. I keep my hand here. Now if it starts pull and drag, you gotta really let it just kind of slide through your hand like that. Like all like that.
There you go.
Oh, right. Fast, serious. Just a little jig and some little gulp.
Yeah, that's how we're catching.
That's too bad. Oh no, I lost him.
All right, I got one.
Oh my God! All right.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Hunted them.
Come on, come on. It's running. It's running. See how it's running? Yep. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Oh, he's running like a big dog now.
That's good.
Don't set it, reel it really fast. There you go.
He's not gonna bite through the line, is he?
That's the fun about fishing, you just never know.
He's shaking his head like it's a little bigger than a perch. Okay, here he comes now. Yep.
Oh, wow! Yeah. All right. Good job.
That's my first pike in 25 years.
Okay, buddy, go back down. Thanks for the fun.
It's nice to have one pull hard and actually take some drag. You know, I felt like I was abusing the fish.
Isn't that awesome?
That's great. That is so much fun. Let's do it again.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm hoping walleye.
Yeah?
Walleye.
Walleye.
Walleye. What do you think?
It might be an eel pout.
Oh, I lost. Yep. You might have just broke them off.
Sure did.
What happened?
All right, we got one on. Just take your gloves off and then pull it in hand over hand, buddy. Yep, just straight up. There you go. Right. There you go, buddy.
Got him? Feels like a good fish on there. Take your time. Like that. You might want to go back down. Let him go back down. Alright. Yeah. Alright, good job. Let him in the house real quick. Measure him and let him down the hole. Real quick so he doesn't freeze. Yeah, alright.
Where's the
a big old pike on there. First one I've ever had. It's pretty exciting.
Well, bro, I don't know how you do it. These are some of the coldest ice fishing conditions I've ever fished in my entire life. -40 degrees both days, massive Arctic cold front that came through here right during our event, but you guys still managed to pull off winning the perch division with 45 perch yesterday. We had about 20 perch.
Joanne was doing good, consistent, and it wasn't about hammering them, but in an 8-hour period to catch a lot of fish, and they add up. And then today, I think everybody's interested in pike. We had 2 and you guys had a decent pike, so yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, and I want to thank Nodak Lodge for putting us up in a fantastic place to come out checking ice fishing. Got to also thank Brosdahl for sponsoring this year's ice fishing challenge.
Eurasian water milfoil is a nasty weed choking thousands of North American lakes.
This plant is one of our biggest arch enemies in lake management.
It spreads from lake to lake like a virus when boat owners neglect to clean, drain, and dry their boats before moving from one lake to another. Because it's spreading so rapidly, a war has been declared against this invasive species.
We tried for 2 years with chemical treatment unsuccessfully and decided we had to do something else.
So Doc Doherty and his neighbors on Lake Holcomb in Chippewa County, Wisconsin, are raising miniature soldiers to kill the invasive weeds, the tiny milfoil weevil.
Usually around 1 weevil per stem is enough to pretty much guarantee you that you're going to get control of your milfoil.
The milfoil weevil is a native water bug that loves to feed and propagate on Eurasian water milfoil. But the weevils are fragile. Some species of fish eat them. That's why some have given up on using the weevil to fight the war with Eurasian water milfoil. But not Amy Thorstensen, and not the homeowners of Lake Holcomb. With the help of the Wisconsin DNR, Amy is teaching the homeowners how to raise their own weevils and to carefully plant them in their lake. After a summer of raising and feeding them, the population grew to 7,000. So planting the tiny insects in their lake is a risk they're willing to take in their daily battle against Eurasian water milfoil, just one of the many silent invaders. North American Fisherman is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Quebec, providing emotion since 1534. Berkeley Gulp, alive, looks alive, feels alive, tastes alive. And by the North American Fishing Club.
Welcome to Knot Wars, where we pit 2 fishing knots head-to-head in a competition of strength. Now, we're in the midst of a great line-to-line battle. Not only are we pitting the fishing knots against one another in competition, we're also setting up battles between the anglers who selected those knots. And this year, as always, we're using Berkeley line for all of our knots. We're using a 14-pound Trilene XT, a 15-pound Trilene 100% fluorocarbon, and a 14-pound Fireline. Let's get started. This week's competition on the Line-to-Line Challenge features the leader versus the uni-to-uni. Now we know that Kurt Beckstrom has brought us the leader knot, and he's coming in for week 3. Tyler Capella, one of our hosts for North American Fisherman, brought us the uni-to-uni. So to get us started this week, let's show you how to tie each of these knots. First, the leader. Run the 2 tag ends parallel. Now bring your main line back toward the middle, and this is the tricky part, wrap it around the doubled lines 3 times. Then insert the tag end through the middle of the loops and tighten the knot just enough that it doesn't slip. Now repeat the process using the tag end of the leader material. Moisten before drawing both knots together and tightening. So there's the leader knot. Now let's show you how to tie the uni-to-uni. Overlap the ends of the leader material and main line about 6 inches. Take the tag end of the main line and bring it toward the middle to form a loop. Then using the same tag end, make 6 to 8 turns through the loop and tighten by pulling on the tag end. Repeat steps 2 and 3 with the end of the leader material, and after moistening, pull the standing lines in opposite directions to slide the knots together. And there's the uni-to-uni. Now will the leader make a three-peat, or will the uni-to-uni move on next week? Let's find out. Here we are at the Berkeley Knot Wars machine, and we're ready to go for this week's competition. Right here, the leader knot. And over here, its challenger, the uni to uni. Let's see which one moves on to next week. Oh, the leader knot has been eliminated. That means Tyler Capella's knot, the uni to uni, is moving on next week to face another challenger. And that challenger is going to be a version of the Albright knot, which was selected by one of our other hosts on North American Fisherman, Eric Haataja. If you want to learn more about any of the knots here on Knot Wars, head on over to our website, or better yet, download the Knot Wars app on your smartphone. Knot Wars, because no good fish story ends with a broken knot.
The following products have been field tested and approved by members of the North American Fishing Club. Shakespeare Ugly Stick rods have been redesigned and infused with enhancements that go beyond cosmetics. These new spinning rods have improved performance that don't compromise the tradition of the original. The portable bilge pump is ideal for john boats, utility boats, dinghies, and other small watercraft. It can also be used to remove water from other things, such as hot tubs and aquariums. To find out how you can become a field tester or have your products tested, visit fishingclub.com.